There are not enough words to describe my mother. After enduring a battle with the genetic lung disease, she was defeated at the age of 51, but she did not go down without a fight. After all, she was a very confrontational woman. I found a poem on poemsource.com by Joanna Fuchs that says it perfectly. Mom, we miss you so very much. On every Mother's Day, and not just then, but every minute since you went away. You were the center of our lives before your soul passed on. It's just so hard for us to believe that you are really gone. But we celebrate the life you lived and all the things you gave us. Our wonderful memories, Mom, of you, and are the things that will comfort and save us. Please think of us as we think of you, with hearts so full of love. We're looking up at you, sweet Mom, as you look at us from above. I was fortunate enough to have enjoyed 23 years of my life making memories with my mother. There are so many great memories I have to look back on, and so lucky to have spent them with this beautiful woman. I will never forget the times in elementary school when my mom would pull my sister and I out of school early, and my aunt would pull my two cousins out, and we would go to Knott's Berry Farm. Although it might not have been the best thing for a parent to do, it was some of our greatest and best times together. If you knew my mother, you knew you could always expect a laugh from her. There was a time when my sister and I went to the movies to see Scream, and when a character would pop out, she would jump and scream. And then other moviegoers would laugh because she was the only one, or she would anticipate something was going to happen and cover her face and shake. However, my funniest memory was when we would go to Knott's Scary Farm. Behind her back, we would point at her when the scary people would be coming. And just when she thought she was off the hook, they would make a quick turn towards her, and she would let out the loudest, blood-curdling scream and cover her face and try to hide behind one of us. We would tease her for paying admission to an amusement park, that she spent half of the time in the restroom hiding. Although my mom was very comical and enjoyed laughter, she had the biggest heart and would drop everything to help her family or friends. My mother was a wonderful person. Just ask anyone who truly knew her. She was a single mom, worked hard for every penny, yet still made sure we had the things we wanted. She never complained, even when her health worsened. She raised 2 daughters and a son, and instilled great morals and the importance of family in all of us. She encouraged us to follow our dreams, and didn't push us to do anything that we didn't want to do. Although our family was divided, her death has brought us all together, and we believe it is something she wanted to come out of her passing away. With the grace of God, our family looked past the indifferences and realized that tomorrow is never promised. Why dwell on the small stuff and waste time? Instead, we should build memories that will last a lifetime. One of my greatest accomplishments was passing state testing and getting my EMT license, which allowed me to take care of the sick and injured, something I enjoyed doing because of her. The look of pride she had at that moment is something I'll never forget. After that, her health worsened, and I decided to take some time off from school so that I could be there for her and wouldn't miss out on making some last final memories. In those last few years, I'll cherish the trips we made to Laughlin or to the casinos, which were places of particular happiness and contentment for her. She passed away on April 26, 2007, in a hospital room, surrounded by those who loved her most. One thing I will never regret is all the time I spent with her. Although I no longer lived with her, I was at her house at least 3 to 4 days a week, helping her around the house and doing errands. I would take her most Saturdays for her infusion and sit in the hospital for an hour and keep her company and just talk. I'll never forget the 4 days straight I stayed in the hospital without leaving the weeks she passed away. It was comforting for me to know that she knew I would always be there for her, and she never hesitated to call me when she needed anything. These moments provided a close bond, which I believe have contributed to my guilt-free response to her passing. She was a beautiful woman in every way, and I look forward to the time I meet her at the pearly gates. But until then, she is enjoying her time and reunion with her dad and her siblings. I hope that those of you who didn't know my mother learned something today about her. And for those of you who did know my mother, I hope you have your own great memories of her. She may be gone, but definitely never forgotten. Please try to keep her in your memory and her smile alive. Thank you.